1 year after exiting the rat race. A year ago, my wife, F40, and I, M35, committed to exiting the rat race of 95s, or at least 810 hours days. She was a baker. I bounced between kitchens, sometimes management, and construction. She now runs a bakery from home with her as the only employee and sells at a farmer's market. I manage a fishing camp from May to September. I truly do realize how lucky we are that we're in this position, but it's honestly eye-opening at how detrimental working for someone who just wants to chase profit is. Here's a short list of things we were able to accomplish. Reconnected with friends and family I haven't seen since high school. After 7 years. Got to know the neighbors better. Every day I was able to see my daughter off to school and able to pick her up most days. Didn't have to worry about days bus was canceled, sick days or school closures. Volunteered at her school. Volunteered at the local shelter. Drastically cut down on alcohol use. Took up yoga. Did some renovations that were being out off. Was home for all birthdays and holidays. Except Father's Day and Canada Day, but still had my daughter with me. Was able to be selective about the small jobs I picked up in off-season and only work them when I want to. Overall expenses are way down. Less gas, insurance, takeout, more homemade food which has been grown or hunted. My wife has time to make clothes. Reduced phones to minimal service. The list goes on. Literally not a day goes by when my wife and I don't look at each other and say, "I'm so happy we get to do this." I truly hope it lasts. Working for others sucks. Edit. And importantly, it gave me the time to reflect on my faith and what it means to me and my worldview. Before I just accepted the normal, with no nuance. Now my faith has evolved away from religion, or lack thereof, into just faith, which has only reinforced my commitment to my community and the world as a whole. Proud of you. Reclaiming your life and showing how it's done. I had almost a year off between jobs. I don't think most people realize just how much life they are missing out on by being tied to a job desk for 40 hours a week. The rich people that refuse to retire make no sense to me at all. This how everyone functioned before the Industrial Revolution. Oh, how I want this so badly. I have too much anxiety about how to pay for a good life for my kids and setting them up for their future. Any advice? I don't know how much more I can take. Thank you for sharing your success story. I want our entire civilization to realize the extreme detriment to human health and happiness that modern work imposes and to come together as a society to chip away at the wage slavery model. The more of us who escape and find a way to live apart from traditional full-time employment, the better. This is closer to how rural people used to live. My relatives, while they probably worked harder than you do because they were farming, the low expenses, homemade food, little to no alcohol, hunting food, sewing clothes, taking care of home repairs, minimal phone service, making your own fun with yoga, neighbors, etc. all checks out. I hope you have good term life insurance because one low income could not keep the kids going. And try to pay at least something into Social Security because when the time comes that you can't manage a fish camp, you'll need something. You don't say if you have medical insurance or own a home. I am all for this kind of simple living and it's great that you can do it. Ah, you're in Canada. You have a head start on us Americans down south with your free healthcare and monthly holiday. Thanks for the narrative and best of luck. Hell yeah. So happy for y'all. I myself went into store management with a Colorado-based company while I was still living in Dallas. Got sent to the training center here in Golden, CO, and while here, The trainers said we have to go up the road to this brewery cause they have a food truck on Fridays. First time I saw this brewery and the huge dog park behind it. I immediately started daydreaming about what it would be like to live here and frequent this brewery. Fast forward 5 years and now I've worked at the brewery for a bit over a year and bring my dogs to the park here all the time. I rarely work more than 30 hours a week. Yet just booked tickets to Hawaii. Good for you guys. Hope it continues to go well. Since this change, how have your finances and debt been? Have you been able to get ahead, reduce or eliminate total debt, or save more than before for retirement? I want to go to a fishing camp. I've been fishing twice with my neighbors in their farm. It would be fun to do a fishing camp as an adult. W2 life will never lead to happiness or wealth. The sooner one realizes this, the better off they'll be. Did you fire? Your change in lifestyle sounds wonderful. Employers have a way of sucking every bit of life and happiness right out of you. Keep living the dream life, Shamrock. Sweet. More people should trust in themselves that other options are available. However, there is risk too with stability. Jobs and careers are looked at as stable guarantees. It's always better to work for yourself. We did something very similar. I've never been happier working with my husband in our construction business and raising chickens and veggies. We work out now. We go on camping trips very often. We eat way healthier than when everyone was too tired to cook every night. I used to run bars and restaurants, so I was at work open to close and beyond almost every day. I loved my work, but I missed every single wedding, birthday party, graduation and holiday weekend. I regret giving so much of my life away to people who didn't care about me at all. Must be expensive pies. I don't see how switching jobs means you aren't working a full 8-hour day every day, because during your seasonal work you're still working the whole day, right?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.